Officials confirmed one of the three people shot was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends, where a total of 6 people were. One of them, a rapper Davon Bennett, who goes by the stage name King Von.
Over here, brother. Yo, you better watch out. Hey, brother. This is my brother, bro. Okay? Hey, come on.
Some chilling new claims from Vonnie's father suggest that King Von was supported by none other than Lil Durk. And while it may sound hard to believe, this new information appears to line up perfectly.
I'm going to give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? This was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right here.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that, another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before.
As DJ, academics then asked Vonnie's father why Lil Durk would have any reason to want King Von gone.
Durk want Von.
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table and I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing the boys. He was Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was
interesting. Come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender.
Which is then when a viral tweet read, of Vanny's dad leaking that Lil Durk had Van dealt with is really making me wonder why Lil Durk suddenly goes on IG Live when he is connected to somebody passing away. He went on live the minute King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck passed away, which has led many fans to believe that Lil Durk uses Instagram Live as a real-time alibi. So when investigators question him about where he was at the moment someone lost their life, he can simply respond, I was on Instagram Live. You can check the records. However, Vonnie's father is deeply upset with his son for cooperating with federal authorities. It was shared online. Otia Vanny's father reveals Vonnie allegedly orchestrated Lil Pab and King Von's passing, as he is now giving up information on Lil Durk in an attempt to clear his own name.
Oh, no, he ain't taking my advice. He ain't responding no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't responding to nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like, that's...
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Von, some people like, damn, what, he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie. I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell that just like you orchestrated Lil Pat, you orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Otavani's father comes from the streets where the code is simple. If someone cooperates with authorities, you are then free to do the same, and he did not hold back. He is speaking out now because never before seen police records surrounding the death of King Von were released this week, exposing what really happened and what investigators uncovered in their own review. Even within these files, the account begins with officers being told by a nurse at the hospital that King Von had been brought back to life. He made it through 2 surgeries, but then got startled by a nurse walking into the room, resulting in the tragic death of King Von.
Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago. He made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at. And he died because he went into shock. So he was making 2 surgeries. How hours later, Kayla know. About some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital? That
because she was there at the hospital.
What is even more alarming is that police believe King Von may have been betrayed by someone from his own circle, which is especially concerning since Vonnie's father is also claiming that Durk was involved. From there, the story only grows darker. According to police records, King Von had hired bodyguards who were meant to protect him that night. Yet when the altercation unfolded, they fled the scene and vanished, leaving King Von without protection.
Security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the fuck you let him walk over and fight? You ain't even supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
These bodyguards were all part of the OTF company, meaning they were directly paid by Lil Durk to protect members like King Von. Investigators even pieced together an interview with Quando Rondo, where he explained his version of the events surrounding King Von's passing, including details about Von's final words and much more. But to grasp it fully, we first need to examine the newly released police files on King Von's death, as the details inside are astonishing. The report begins. On November 5th, 2020, King Von and his crew prepared to attend a club in Atlanta for his album release party. The night was meant to be a grand celebration of King Von's life and success, but no one knew it would be cut short. King Von had many rivals. Growing up in a violent environment like O Block, he understood the danger of being seen in public. So when heading out, his crew of 25 men traveled in 8 SUVs to the party. Even Von's manager, 100K Track, spoke on the extreme security measures that Von demanded.
I travel with one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
Later that night, however, the situation would take a turn. King Von made choices that placed his own life at risk. Until then, the celebration was going well, with everyone enjoying the success of his album. But as the clock struck 2 a.m., everything changed. Von and his entourage began leaving the club, planning to return to their Airbnb and hotels for the night. Yet instead of leaving, King Von sat inside his Escalade, focused on his phone, exchanging messages for nearly 20 minutes.
Everybody mind leaving the club is that we're going to a hotel and Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete bond.
The rest of the crew started heading toward the Airbnb. But at the last moment, King Von instructed his driver to change course and drive to another club called the Monaco Lounge. This decision marked the first of several that would ultimately lead to his downfall. It also raised the question, who was King Von messaging during those 20 minutes?
Everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb. And Von literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey, bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ, was like, hey, bro, we here by ourselves. Like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that venue.
For reasons still unclear, the people in Von's vehicle only informed the rest of the team about the change of plans once they had already arrived at the new club. As soon as the others learned this, they quickly jumped back into their SUVs and drove to Monaco. When Von's manager arrived, he noticed something unusual. Von was not his usual energetic self. Instead, he sat quietly in the back seat of his Escalade, staring at his iPhone. When the rest of the crew gathered at the club, they were ready to enter, but Von stayed in his Escalade for another 30 minutes.
Some reason, Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30-35 minutes.
At this point, 100K Track got into the Escalade to check on him. Von finally agreed to head inside the lounge, but things quickly grew unusual. Due to Monaco's strict rules, Von's crew was forced to leave their firearms locked in their cars. To ensure safety, they first sent security inside to scan the environment before allowing the rest of the group to enter.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. we're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no...
The security sweep inside the lounge found nothing suspicious, but the real danger was waiting outside in the parking lot. Quando Rondo was sitting in his vehicle with a few of his own associates, resting. One of Von's security guards spotted him and rushed over to Von's Escalade, knocking on the windshield. "Did you know Quando Rondo is here?" he asked. Immediately, King Von jumped out, slipped his phone into his pocket, and prepared for a confrontation.
Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, "Hey, so-and-so's here." And Von just jumped up like, "Oh, come on, let's go."
Von reacted on instinct, leaping from his Escalade and moving straight toward Quando. His team urged him to calm down and avoid causing a scene, but he ignored their warnings. Circling around the front of the white vehicle, Von spotted Quando and instantly engaged.
Jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
Within seconds of the brawl, Quando's closest ally, Lil Tim, emerged from the rear of the white car with a firearm and opened fire on King Von. Multiple rounds struck Von, and even his manager was hit in the leg. Some of Von's street associates were armed and immediately fired back at Lil Tim, knocking him to the ground only a few feet away. Crucially, investigators noted that the only individuals who used weapons were Von's street associates, not the paid security who were seen fleeing and hiding behind bushes while Von's real friends risked their lives. The gunfire drew the attention of nearby officers, two of whom were working off-duty security just down the street. A third on-duty officer arrived, and using their radios, the officers counted down before firing multiple rounds in an attempt to stop the chaos. Tragically, one of Von's closest friends was hit, yet in the middle of the gunfire, Von remained face-to-face with Quando. Some online claimed Quando tried to take Von's chain, but 100K Track insisted that Von was holding onto Quando as a shield, a theory police later confirmed in their report. Von was using Quando Rondo to shield himself from gunfire.
And was he trying to take Von's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, "Man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong. Like, he was literally holding him."
When the shooting subsided, the urgent race to save King Von's life began. His friend Moo ran directly into the street, shoved Quando aside, and carried Von to a getaway vehicle. Meanwhile, Quando and his crew, including Lil Tim, fled in their white car, racing toward the hospital. Despite being struck 4 times, Von stayed conscious throughout the drive. His companions later recalled how Von tried to uplift everyone's spirits, assuring them that he would survive.
When he was in the car, I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Von was the one that was like, "Hey, calm down, slow down, chill. I'm gonna be good. Just get me to the hospital." And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself, from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine.
The hospital, Von was rushed into surgery. He survived 2 operations, but tragically passed soon after, reportedly startled by a nurse while searching for a firearm. Yet this detail raised suspicion. Police uncovered an older interview with rap veteran Boozy, who had already mentioned the scenario years earlier, even though it had never been shared publicly. Boozy claimed Von never actually had a firearm with him, explaining why he couldn't find one in the operating room.
Like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like, there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even.
King Von
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if
all
you have real security,
all of them is supposed to blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over everyone right now.
That me up, bro. Cause I like King Von.
News of King Von's passing quickly spread across national headlines.
Made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange.
The public soon learned that both Quando Rondo and Lil Tim were involved, with both men eventually giving interviews to explain their side of events.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever like that. It could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Even Lil Tim, the man accused of shooting King Von, spoke out for the very first time.
No, like shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fucking shit like that. Cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Lil Tim was the only one from that night who survived his injuries at the hospital. The very next day, after what happened to Von, Tim was arrested and charged with murder. At first, his bond was repeatedly denied, but in 2021, he was granted a $100,000 bond. Shockingly, the charges were later dropped. Then in 2023, his lawyer revealed that the case had been dismissed before ever reaching indictment. But Von's closest allies, Lil Durk and O Block, felt they could not allow this outcome. Soon after, reports surfaced of a violent retaliation against Quando's crew.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the after.
As a result, one of Quando's closest friends, Lul Pab, was killed. News cameras captured the heartbreaking moment Quando discovered what had happened, forcing him to experience the same kind of loss Von's friends had endured a year earlier.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Long after, Lil Durk appeared to claim responsibility in music. On his diss track, he rapped, "They like Durk, he a singer, he won't do something. You can believe whatever you want, I got your folks hit." Soon after, he released another track, Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, with lyrics taunting, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, no, aimed directly at Quando.
This man.
Durk was then arrested in connection to the retaliation. The release of new evidence revealed who had informed on him. At the heart of it was body cam footage of Lil Ted, who appeared to beg officers to let him testify against Durk and other OTF members. Durk's lawyers quickly filed for more time to adjust his bond proposal, raising questions. What exactly did Lil Ted tell federal investigators? And who is Lil Ted? He is FD's younger brother, one of Durk's most trusted men, alongside Vonnie. Whenever Durk needed street work done, he relied on them. Lil Ted was picked up by police after being found with a firearm at a convenience store.
Really? Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
At that moment, Ted was taken to the police station. Before even entering, he broke down in tears, telling an officer, "I swear I'll tell you all about the murders," desperate to avoid jail time, but it was already too late.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it. I swear to God, I think about my son. I think about everything. I swear to God, I think I will tell you, please.
Inside his holding cell, Ted was seen crying uncontrollably, eager to cooperate with police, ready to expose crimes committed by those he knew, simply hoping it would secure his release.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man? We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright? We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a buzz of prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
With DD as his older brother, both tied to Vonnie, the chain reaction of betrayal began. Once Lil Ted cooperated, Vonnie did the same. Soon after, Vonnie's father also gave information, sparking a domino effect of everyone turning on one another. Do you believe Vonnie's father's claim that Lil Durk was behind the hit on King Von? Comment down below with what you believe.